Hey guys, my name is Shanty. I am a realtor here in the greater Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania, which is pretty much Allentown, Pennsylvania, and surrounding areas. I'm making a new YouTube channel, and it's basically going to be geared towards newer agents, and it's going to talk about things that I've done in my first year in real estate because I am a newer agent. So I'm speaking from experience on things that I've done to create a successful business, and my business has grown so much in the past year, and I've gotten a ton of business, especially lately, now that I'm getting better and better at these things that I'm going to talk about next. So this video is going to be called 7 Tips for New Agents. I'm going to talk about 7 things that just come to mind that are vital to building a business as a new agent, and I'm not going to expand too much on them. But if you do want more information on a certain topic, just comment below. And if I get enough response to any of those, I will make another video and expand on that topic. So let's get started. Number 1 thing out of the tips for a new agent would be prospecting. You are brand new. Nobody knows what you do. You don't have any past clients that are going to refer business to you. What do you do to get business? Well, you prospect. You prospect and you lead generate, and you lead generate and you prospect until you get the results you want. If you have no listings, you need to call expireds. You need to call FSBOs. You need to call your sphere of influence. Me, personally, I did not have a sphere of influence that was local. My friends and my family all live across the country or overseas. Closest family members I have are about 2 hours away in a different state. So it was really hard for me to call up my sister and say, or call up my cousins in New Jersey and say, hey, do you know anybody looking to buy or sell, and get leads that way. I couldn't because I'm not licensed in New Jersey. They're too far away. I don't work in that area. Although I am with Keller Williams, and we do have a great referral system here in Keller Williams where you get a referral fee when you refer clients to an agent out in Florida or, in another state where you don't work at. So other than that, that's not what I was looking for. I was looking to build a business here locally. So I didn't really have a sphere of influence. So I focused on calling expireds, for sale by owners, door knocking, and that's how I got most of my business. Now, how to get buyers? Open houses. Have open houses. If your open house didn't go well, have another one. Don't get discouraged, which I'm going to touch base on next. So the next thing would be consistent. Number 2 is be consistent and follow up. Always be consistent and follow up in every lead generation technique that you use. See which one gives you the most results and stick to it. So with my case, my number 1 lead generation technique that worked for me was calling for sale by owners and expireds. The expireds would be like second place. It depends the market, but right now for sale by owners are hot. So I'm consistent. And when I say consistent, I mean I call them every day or at least every other day. I focus on basically one thing per day. So if I go do business to business contacts, which has worked very well for me lately, I do that for at least 2 hours on that day. And if I'm calling for sale by owners, I focus on just calling for sale by owners on that day. And then I have like a half an hour afterwards to follow up with anybody from the day before that I need to follow up with, or any warm or hot leads that I need to talk to right away and keep in touch with. Open houses. If your open house didn't go well the first time you did it, don't get discouraged. That's how you get buyers. Pretty much all my buyers came from open houses, and they just come in and you talk to them and, you connect with them and you figure out what their needs are, and you figure out they're the ideal client for you. And, they end up liking you, you like them, you work together, you close. So be consistent, follow up, and you will, build a successful business. So 3rd, master your scripts. Yeah. I was one of those people that I heard the word scripts and I would roll my eyes and say, that sounds so scripted and so fake and this and that. But to be honest, that's not what scripts are. It just sounds that way, but that's not what scripts are. Scripts are actually your best friend. You want to master your scripts, and you want to be able to walk into a listing appointment and be ready and know what to say and what objections they're going to hit you with and what objection handlers you're going to throw back at them. And you have to be prepared. If you're going to be a strong agent, you have to master your scripts. I personally, what I did was I went on YouTube, I went on Googled scripts for expires, for sell by owners, and the best thing of all is Keller Williams actually has tons of scripts on Keller Williams University, which is on our website for us agents that we can just print out and practice. And I took bits and pieces from different scripts, put them together, practiced them, mastered them, and made them my own. So it doesn't sound like I'm a robot. It doesn't sound scripted. It sounds like me and how I would say things. And I feel comfortable saying them. And now they just come out of my mouth just naturally because I practiced them so much. And I'm still mastering them. I'm still learning and I'm still growing. So master your scripts. Number 4, time block. This was probably my biggest problem, was time blocking. I am a mother. I have 2 children. And basically at home it can get really, really hectic. So I was pretty much a part-time agent that worked 24 hours, if that makes any sense. Because you have home life and you have a lot of things to take care of at home. And then you have a real estate business you're trying to build, and you get a phone call and you want to take that phone call no matter what you're doing because you want to build a business. So you're like very eager to, jump and do things just like that. So it kind of made it really stressful for me, and I had to learn how to time block. Whatever's going on in life, whatever you do, always make time for lead generating and prospecting. That is the vital part of your business. That is what you have to time block for no matter what. If you have your kid's birthday party that day and you got to go here and you got to go there and you have your kid's soccer game or whatever's going on, you have to time block to make time for lead generating and prospecting. Even if you just do an hour or 2, get those contacts in and get it done. And if you miss a day, do double the prospecting and lead generating the next day. Because once you stop doing that, your business starts dying. You have to do it. It's the most important part of your day as far as work goes. So number 5, be yourself. When I first got licensed, I had this image of who I wanted to be and how I wanted to be and how I wanted people to see me. And it wasn't really myself. So I learned how to be myself. And I'm starting to brand myself differently and kind of rebrand myself now because I know the kind of people I want to work with and that I enjoy working with and that enjoy working with me. And in the future, I want to work with people that are like them. And if they are going to refer clients to me in the future, I want to make my life easier. This is my business, and I want to build it the way I want it to be. So therefore, I am myself, and I attract others that are like me. And it's a beautiful thing. You kind of start figuring out who you are and who your ideal client is. And that's how you build a business that makes life worth living and makes you happy. So be yourself. Number 6, don't wait. The first few months that I was in real estate, I kind of just hung around the office a lot and watched other agents, which is great. You should always be in there and always learning. But I was scared to pick up the phone. I was scared to knock on the door. And I didn't really do much except go to trainings. And I wish that I got out there and got stuff done and just put myself out there sooner, because I would have had way more business way sooner if I would have done that. And I didn't. So that's, get off your butt, go out there, be ready to make mistakes and learn from them. Every transaction is different. You will learn something from each one, and it's not always going to be easy. And that's the best way to earn your stripes and become a stronger and better agent is through experience. So get out there and don't be afraid. Don't just sit around. Don't wait. So number 7, get coaching or a mentor. So coaching obviously can be expensive for a newer agent like myself. I didn't really have it in my budget to go hire a coach right away, although it would have been ideal and I would have done it definitely. So what I did was I went with a brokerage that offered good training and coaching, which is why I chose Keller Williams. You want to go to a brokerage that is going to bring you value. You want them to train you. You want them to help you. You don't want a brokerage that's just going to give you a phone and a desk and say, here you go, good luck, see you later. They're taking part of your commission. If you are giving them part of your hard-earned commission, they should be giving you something of value in return. So you want training, you want good training and coaching, which you would get at KW. You know, interview different brokerages and see what they have to offer. I'm not saying you have to go with KW. You should, but I'm not saying you have to. But interview different brokerages and figure out what's the best fit for you. Do you want somebody that's going to give you leads? You know, they're going to obviously take more of your commission. Or do you want somebody that's going to coach you and teach you how to fish for yourself? So, you know, that's a good way to go about it. And training is vital. So always go with a brokerage that's going to give you good training. If you're not learning, you're not growing. And if you're not growing, you're dying. So go out there and get it, guys. I hope you liked my first video. Be sure to comment below if you want me to expand on any of these topics. And I look forward to making more. Take care.